Okay, in this video I'm going to excuse me, finish scanning this document and then crop it to get rid of the black parts, and then rotate a few pages around and OCR it, optical character recognition, convert the pictures into words. I've got one more page to go. I click OK. I've been careful to line up each page at the same point, but some pages are upside down. All of the odd number pages are upside down, but I'll fix that later because I want to crop it first. Whoops, I just scanned a blank. I can now show you how to delete a page too. Okay, I'll read the next prompt more carefully. Scan is complete. Okay. Now I've got my page thumbnails view on the left. I will left click page 6, which I don't want. Right click, delete pages, just the selected, and yes, I'm sure. Yes, I'm really sure. Okay, now we've got all this black area which is not required and will waste ink if someone is silly enough to print it, so I want to crop it. So again, in the page thumbnails, I'm going to click page 1, hold down the shift key, click the last page, and that highlights pages 1 to 5. Then right click, and I want to crop pages, 5th one down, and that gives me the crop view. And sometimes when I'm in a rush, I change it to inches, and we just want to crop the left margin and the right and the bottom, but I've lined up each page at the top of the scanner so the top doesn't need doing. Bottom, and you can see there is a line that's appearing, and it's also down here a dotted line when I adjust. So bottom, left, too much, back out, right margin. Now I want this to apply to all pages, and then I click OK, and then they've all been cropped and it's all neat, but they're still upside down. I could rotate the pages, and I'd have to do that for page 3 and page 1, but there's a quicker way, and that is OCRing, turning this. At the moment these are just pictures of a book, and the software just has the ability to turn the pictures into words. Optical character recognition, or OCR, recognize text in this file. I've got the shortcut up here. I could down here on the right hand side there's a list of all of the functions, OCR, and if I type that I could recognize text, but I've got my shortcuts up the top, so I click there, it says recognize text. There's different settings you can use. All pages, yes. You want a searchable image, yes. The 600 dpi dots per inch is what I normally do. 300 is the minimum that I'd go to. Okay. You don't normally have to check the settings, but anyway, recognize text, and it now churns through it. Sometimes for a large document it'll take a fair while, and you'll see that it rotated that last page around to now be upright. But the last page, this is an extract of textbook, is at the bottom, and I want it at the front, of course, so I can simply drag and move this to the front, and there it is. Now I want to be careful how I label it, because I might in the future come back to this document. So it's Lunts. I'll know what textbook that one is. I won't put the title in the name of the document. 2.61 causally independent subsequent events. bit of a mouthful, but I'll try that. 2.6.1. File, save as, Lunts 2.6.1, causally independent subsequent events. Save. Now, why did I bother labeling it so carefully? Because in Windows it has an index function where it trawls through documents, usually after hours, to search them if they do have recognized words in them, which this one now does. And so if in the future I was looking for something about causally independent events, I could search in the search function in Microsoft Windows. I click here. I doubt very much that this document will be indexed already, but on other occasions I've used Lunts, and so if I was just to type in Lunts, well, there it is, it brings up that document, but it brings up another number of documents. So if there's any issue that I know the textbook Lunts has dealt with, I have scanned it in the past, possibly I'll find it here if I have scanned the document, and it will bring up the keywords that I search for. And so that's one of the reasons why I go to the effort of cropping and making each copy as good as it can reasonably be, because I know I will have these documents forever stored in the cloud, reloaded onto my new computers as I upgrade, and I will never have to copy this section of the textbook again. Thanks for listening.